The third and final week of the preseason is here. A fourth exhibition game is a thing of the past. It's the Rams and the Bengals coming up next.
From the home of the 2021 AFC champs, there's a look inside newly named Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Tonight, it's a preseason matchup here in Week 3 between the Los Angeles Rams and the Cincinnati Bengals. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you, and now we sit, CD, at Week 3 of the preseason, and this is the one that the coaches probably think is pretty valuable, right?
Certainly. This is the dress rehearsal. This is the one where your starters are going to play. You might even game plan a little bit more than you do with a normal preseason game, and then you've got to decide, do you bring them back after halftime and get them going again in the third quarter so they're ready to go when the regular season begins? I'm eager to see how these coaches will handle that.
We are set to go. Evan McPherson to do the honors, and we are underway from Cincinnati. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Los Angeles offense and the man in charge of it in his second season with the team, 14th overall in what's been an impressive career, Matthew Stafford.
Matthew Stafford's first season in Los Angeles could not have gone better as he proved to be the missing piece that brought the Rams a Lombardi trophy. It was a very well-deserved moment for the 13th-year pro who was 12th all-time in yards and touchdowns, but had never experienced a postseason victory before that season. Now, you just call him a Super Bowl champion, and boy did he embrace the Rams offense from the start, with almost 5,000 yards and 41 touchdowns in 2021.
And out across midfield down to the 45. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And this is why more and more teams are getting their wide receivers involved in the running game. When you've got playmakers on the perimeter, you've got to get creative and find ways to get the ball in their hands. And here, this is a great job to get that initial contact and turn it into a big play.
Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on third down. Now Stafford. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 25-yard line. A gain of 22. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
On first down, it's Stafford. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. On second and inches, Stafford, throw left side, complete to Cup. And the Rams are going to be set up with a first and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
And a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, He had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal. Now Stafford. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. The Bengals getting set for their first possession of the ball game and leading them out in his 3rd season. Really the face of Cincinnati football, Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow could have won Comeback Player of the Year last season simply for his statistics. 4,600 yards, 34 touchdowns through the air. But he brought the entire Bengal organization on a comeback after 5 straight losing seasons. First with a division title, then an unexpected AFC title, and led the team to their 3rd Super Bowl ever. And he had them less than 2 minutes away from winning it for the first time. Keep an eye on Joey B. He expects to bring a Super Bowl title to Cincinnati in the near future. Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route, and the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. And they go play action now. Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Burrow on play action. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Gotta give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. They'll make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
4th down, out comes the punter, Drew Chrisman. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw, Stafford. Able to get him, and he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Stafford. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Here comes the Rams punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Returnable here from the 38. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. They'll begin with much more advantageous starting field position than they did on their last drive as they come up here 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 2nd and 11 now. Burrow. Flushed out. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Call it a loss of 5. A big sack to bring up 3rd down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in. Defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Mixon with a first down carry. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now it's Burrow. This goes out wide from Mixon, and they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He gets this one to Boyd. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Burrow, fighting to stay upright. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, Burrow, this pass complete to Higgins. And they'll work this down inside the 30. And Burrow going to throw again. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. Well, a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that. But let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
And the LA offense ready for this next possession. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. To throw on 2nd and 10. Stafford, a loss of 8 that time, and it brings up 3rd down. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Here's Stafford. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Let's take it inside his own 40. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. Complete. Smith has it. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
The Rams ready to go on offense.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
They'll go again here with Akers. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at their own 16.
He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
The 2nd down play not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it.
He's at the 30. 10. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're looking for proof of his speed, Next Gen Stats shows that he was traveling just over 21 miles an hour there.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. A reminder, opening weekend definitely in sight now. Thursday, September 8th, that's when it all gets going. The defending champs, LA Rams, hosting the team that many think could win the AFC, the Buffalo Bills. Charles and I will be there, and then we got some great matchups on that Sunday as well. Kansas City and Arizona, Raiders and the Chargers, and on Sunday night, Tom Brady, yeah, he's back, and his Bucs are heading to Dallas to take on the Cowboys.
Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Stafford going to give this to Akers.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half, as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Across the line and to the ball quickly there, Trey Hendrickson.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. To throw is Stafford. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. Here comes the Rams punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
Ready to go on offense, out come the Bengals. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field.
And they'll start with great field position, trying to get back into this one. It's 1st and 10 here.
After the interception, here's Stafford. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down.
And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Stafford now to throw. Eluding. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Terrell Basham able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down.
You doing okay over there, partner? Because actually had another sack in this game that you just had to call. We're not even at halftime yet. No wonder this team has the lead. What an effort by the defense right from the word go. The adjustments at halftime, they're going to have to be big or this could really get ugly in the second half.
Here comes the Rams punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. On 2nd and 9.
Burrow. That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it but couldn't pull it in.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Take it at the 37. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Here comes the Rams punter now. He's been terrific so far.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one maybe his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
They'll start here with a give to Mixon. Gets it up past the 10 with a nice move. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Now Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on third down.
On fourth down, Drew Chrisman on to punt. This will be fielded at the 17. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
And as we check the next-gen stats, that play lasted just 2.7 seconds from beginning to end. Just not enough time to throw the football. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8. To Mixon on the check down. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked it down to force a 4th down?
4th down, out comes the punter, Drew Chrisman. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. L.A. readies for its next possession. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard.
A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Going to run the sweep here. This is Cup. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now it's Stafford.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded just inside the 20. Oh, what a move.
A 55-yard punt that time with a return of about 14. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Cincinnati set to take over once again. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
Now a dump off here complete. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. It's caught on the right side at Smith.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
From just shy of midfield, Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the 1st half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Again, it's Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. From the 27, Burrow. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
Bobby Brown gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
But tell the statistician to add another one to their impressive total today. Great week for the defensive front. A tough one for that offensive line. Quarterback getting right back behind that line, hoping for more time to attempt a likely 3rd down pass.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
They'll look to throw here. Dumps it off to Mixon. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Evan McPherson out for the Bengal field goal.
He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So 3 points there, and they continue to build this 1st half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
This one fielded at the 5.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. Stafford. And he'll just get rid of it. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. From the gun, here's Stafford. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee.
Stafford barking out signals and trying to get his guys set quickly. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose.
Now Burrow on 1st down. He gets this one to Boyd. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Now it's Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to mix him. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow.
Pass thrown right back to Joe Mixon. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. To the air again, Burrow. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Burrow will throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Burrow. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 31-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. On the left hash, this from 48 yards.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
From the 6. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. Week 3 of the preseason is here. Everyone wrapping up their exhibition schedule. No games for the league on Labor Day weekend, and then it all begins. The 17-game regular season gets underway on the Thursday after Labor Day with the NFL kickoff game. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they were much more successful throwing the football than their counterparts, as you can see the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. As we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Our starters likely to be out there for the third quarter as we get back underway in this second half. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And the Bengal offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime. Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Burrow, it's caught. Smith. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and it passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Back to Mixon on first down. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now Burrow. Here's Higgins out on the right side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another 1st down there.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. He'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down. Stafford. And that is incomplete. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. This is taken at about the 14. It's a net of 40 there. A punt of 48 and a return of 8. And out will come the offense as they take over.
There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Burrow on 3rd down. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
1st down. Here's Burrow. Over the middle to Smith.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow on the move to his left. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
You have to figure with this offense on 2nd and inches, they're in ideal shape, but then they end up getting an incompletion, a run stuffed on 3rd and inches, and you look around and say, how did it become 4th down?
The Bengals bring out their punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
They'll run out of the gun with Akers.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down L.A. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the 1st half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On 1st down, it's Stafford. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. And you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We've still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves right now, showing a little bit of everything. They have no way of stopping him.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Stafford on the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Stafford. In trouble, and he's taken down.
Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time, multiple guys get to it.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Here comes the Rams punter now as he's on to kick it away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10.
At the 33-yard line. Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow.
Throw right side, pulled in by Higgins. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and a yard.
And they go play action now. Burrow.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
On 3rd and 1, Burrow.
Looking for Chase on the out route. He's got him. And he is going to have a Bengals first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
This throw right here had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And Burrow going to throw again. Throw left side complete. That's Boyd.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
To throw again on second down. Burrow. He's got Smith here. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
I'd have to say they're feeling like they are in rhythm right now. Things are in sync, aren't they? Team's winning, got a nice little margin on the scoreboard, completing some passes, and they just completed another one for a first down there to the tight end.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside handoff to Mixon. They give the tackle to Quentin Lake. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. This is Mixon on the draw. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. On 3rd down, Burrow. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. Evan McPherson out for the Bengal field goal. And this one will be a 29-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He starts with a give to Akers, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Going right back to Akers. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Here comes the Rams punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And this one complete to Smith. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Burrow will throw. He will find his man Chase complete. He's going to pick up the 1st down and then some. Still going inside the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. McPherson on for the point after. And that will bump the lead up to 26. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
And they showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. From the 38, Stafford. Throw left side, complete to Kupp. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Pass caught. It's Ben Skoranek. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Now Bennett to throw on 2nd down.
And this is taken in by the tight end Bryson Hopkins. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
And he is going to have the Rams first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw, and they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is, will he be able to bounce back in the next one? Because right now, this has not been his game.
To throw on 2nd down, Bennett.
He's got this to the tight end, Hopkins. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That is caught.
And the Rams are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Evans is into the end zone. Touchdown, L.A. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And that'll make this a 19-point game. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
So fourth quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more. This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there, keeps the sticks moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Evans running straight ahead to the 43, second down. Second down and 8. Again, a run with Evans. And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2. To throw, Browning. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Their defense was able to force the punt a moment ago, but that's really the first of about 8 steps that need to go right for them to get back in this as they start here 1st and 10. Open man is Skoranek. He's got it.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Bennett. Under pressure, they got him again.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Pushes him over. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10.
The Bengals offense returns to the field. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
And he pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, 2nd down.
Evans gets it again on 2nd down.
And he's going to be met at about the 43.
Now Browning.
Buying time to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a halt. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to kick it away.
And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Bennett now on first down. They'll wind up losing 7 yards on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. Operating from the gun. Bennett. He'll flip this out to Evans. And he is going to lose yardage here. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down.
Evans running behind center.
And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Here's Williams to return. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. And out now, here come the Bengals.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. Evans gets it again on 2nd down.
Some nifty running, but it only gets him to the 45.
Here's Browning.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
The football going back to the Rams now. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest.
And here's Bennett on 1st and 10. And his throw is incomplete. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
He's got long, his tight end complete.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Bennett on 3rd and 2.
Got his man. It's the tight end long. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
Back to throw again.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
They'll look to throw again.
That one complete to Skoranek.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Bennett. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll be brought down at the 27. They're going to hurry back to the line now. It's brought in by Harris. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 14. Finding Harris on back-to-back plays. Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Bennett. Flushed out right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. Touchdown, Rams. Ben Skoranek from 8 yards out. And the Rams have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. And this is going to be recovered by the Bengals hands team. And they're going to hang on and win this game. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Bengals getting set to go. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
They'll stay on the ground. Evans again.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
Straight ahead, it's Evans.
And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. Now Bennett to throw. Back to the air on 2nd down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the game will continue for at least one more play.
To not finish a game on a defensive penalty, that's why they get one more untimed attempt.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And to be frank, Charles, probably not too many people surprised at how this one turned out.
Yeah, I don't think so at all. I mean, they're such a good football team. They were at home. You know, you walked in and you looked at the advantages and you saw that they had most of them. It'd take a lot to try and even it up. I just thought 2 words for this ball game: methodical and predictable, and both of them came together.